Welcome back to Gals Night. I'm Maggie Galelli.
And I'm Juliana Galelli.
And we're back.
We're back.
We are back. It is November, which I can't believe.
Yeah, that's crazy. Time is flying by. We're going to blink and it's going to be Christmas. So.
I know. I'm ready for it, though.
I know. I love it. But I wanted to go by slow because I love the Christmas season.
Yeah, you don't want it to be gone.
We can start tomorrow, just listening to Christmas music.
Some people already
have their decorations up.
Wait, I still have Halloween. I need to clear that out and get Christmas stuff out, but
I
already started listening to Christmas music last night. I was like, am I jumping the gun on the pentatonics right now?
The pentatonics.
But I was living.
Because
if you start early, you just get more of it.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
All right, so we have the Dunkin' Donuts Cookie Butter Cold Brew. It's probably been on your feed. Has it been on yours?
Yeah, it has. I haven't tried it yet, though.
I did. I will be honest, and it was delicious. The cold foam is so good. This has been sitting here for a little bit, so it's probably not going to be as powerful, the cold foam, when we sip it. And I have cream here because I felt like mine needed cream, and people were ordering it with cream.
It smells really good.
Should we try it?
Yeah.
I'm going to just try it without mixing it first.
Cheers.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. Yep. I need a straw because all our cookie melted to the bottom.
Exactly. It's really good, fresh. People were saying, I was trying to tell Jul, I didn't even know what they're talking about or how to order it because there's not really a cookie butter latte, but people kind of made their own drink up. Your eyes just went cross-eyed.
Oh my god, the little
Ooh,
cookie.
She's chomping on the cookies.
So
I want some. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my god.
I know.
I don't remember that from last time. It is. It's a little coffee and a snack.
Oh my gosh. Anybody forget about Munchkins? Because I did. And I was so tempted to order some.
I did not forget about Munchkins because my students still eat them.
Oh, they're so
What was your
good.
favorite?
The chocolate.
Yeah, the chocolate, brownies? Or the chocolate chip? Munchkins. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Little Bites. I don't know why I'm thinking Munchkins are Little Bites.
Munchkins.
Oh, I definitely didn't forget about those either because there's so many things I don't forget about. People will be like, oh my God, so nostalgic, this primary classroom with the yellow clock. I'm like, I use that. Every day. Not every day, but when we're talking about time and stuff. Or, I don't know. Munchkins are
just
a
haven't
go-to.
Seen it. I haven't seen a yellow little clock in a classroom since I was in first grade.
Exactly.
Which was a very long time ago,
Munchkins are really
good. Side note.
Chocolate Munchkins. I don't know why I was thinking about Little Bites. I don't know where in my brain that I confused the two. Do you remember Little Bites?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, chocolate chip Little
good.
Bites are so good. I'm going to add a little cream to mine. Because now I want to see what all the hubbub is about. Everyone's like, it needs cream.
Dusty Dunkin'.
That is good.
It's better with the cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pause.
People were right. People were so right. You guys, this whole episode today is about little joys in life and stopping to appreciate things that are often overlooked. And the first thing that came to my mind when we started saying we were going to do this episode was just a good coffee.
Yeah, honestly.
This is so fun. A nice little sunny day.
When they say treat yourself to a little sweet treat, they really mean it. I mean, I think it's an instant serotonin booster.
It really is. There's nothing like it.
So,
my God.
That is the surface of today's episode.
What kind of cookie does that taste like to you? Oh, sorry. Tastes like a cookie I know. It's like cinnamon. It tastes like a...
Yeah, like cinnamony. Maybe I
don't remember that last time. I'm literally eating a cookie right now. I'm chewing on this coffee.
They put a lot. What are those cinnamon cookies?
Snickerdoodles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it tastes like a snickerdoodle. Brown sugar syrup.
And this is limited edition. They don't have it all year round. Mm-mm. They should. That's stupid. That's really good.
That's stupid.
That's stupid. That was my first time.
Really, really good.
cookie butter crumble. They need to wait. They
cookie butter crumble.
I did a little dance with it. Yeah. So today's episode, we're gonna dive right into it. Appreciating the little joys, especially since it's the thankful season of Thanksgiving, November. It's almost the new year. WTF.
I know.
What's happening?
And a year.
Slow down.
I know, really. 2025 sounds crazy.
Like 2023 was last week. What's going on?
What's going on? What's happening?
Sorry, I can't get past it.
Beth Ann being in Ocean City too is so crazy. Anyways,
so yeah,
if you know, you know. Anywho, it's crazy. I know. I really feel like November is my time where I start thinking about what I want my next year to look like, and going into like the holidays. It's always just a good time to like stop and be grateful. And I feel like that's definitely my focus this month. I've got my trusty, unfortunately my student spilled coffee all over it, but it's okay. We still love her. 5-minute journal is like a really good place to start.
Yeah, that's a great place to start.
It's manageable. Like when I say, like my coworkers will be like, you have time to journal in the morning? I'm like, I'm not sitting there writing pages
Yeah, honestly,
and pages.
it's not.
It is like 5 minutes. And I sit there and I think about 3 things I'm grateful for. And another reason why I love it is not only it gets you in a good mindset, but I was just telling Jul that sometimes if I'm in a funk or, you know, getting wrapped up in things that really don't matter, I'll go back and read what I wrote. And it'll like, it's a good reminder and like refresher about like what really matters. So
Absolutely.
That's a really good place to start. I highly recommend this. It's like also just aesthetically pleasing.
It's a good gift for the holidays, too.
Such a good gift.
I think Maggie got me mine.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really,
I love gifting
easy.
those.
It's doable. Yeah. It's a really good place to start because a lot of the times you'll hear us say, like, be more grateful or grounded and mindful and, you know, practice gratitude. And then you're probably like, well, where do I even start? How do I do that journal? But, like, it's really hard to just sit down with a blank piece of paper and, like, quote unquote journal and like practice
this
gratitude.
All out for you. If you've never seen this, it just has the date. It'll give you a little quote that you can read every day, which I love. It just says, I'm grateful for. You list 3 things. What would make today great? You list 3 things. And then your daily affirmation.
And so you reflect.
Here, oh my God, this is so cute. Okay, wait. That's so funny that I flipped to this page. This was on January 11th. That's my husband's birthday. I'm grateful for my husband. It's his day. 2, Jules. She is so fun to be with. 3, coffee. This cup is magic. What would make today great? Moving my body. 2, being productive. 3, eating well. Daily affirmation. I am worthy. I do enough. I am enough. And then highlights of the day was Mario's birthday, working out with Jul, and baking cupcakes.
Oh my God.
And what did I learn today? That I can do anything. So, like, it's cute. Like, I noticed, too, when I do highlights of the day, working out is always on there. And it's stuff that I never feel like doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I do it, it's always the highlight of my day. So then I'm like, okay. When I see that, I'm like, all right, I felt awesome. Yeah. That was, like, my favorite part of my day. Right. So just do it. But anyways, that was cute.
You always have to reflect back to those times and be like, remember how I felt, like, when my workout was over? Or, like, the power of that moment, how good I felt in that moment. Like, I want that again. So that's going to bring you back to your practice of working out and doing things and redoing things that you know are going to bring you joy.
Yeah,
so
this is just 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. And it's the perfect place to start. And it's something that you can keep up with and maintain.
Yeah, it's
like
really easy
enough. Yeah.
Me who fell off of
using
it. But
I was looking at the dates and I'm like, I did go like a while without doing it, but it is something just like making it your non-negotiable. Yeah.
Yep. So let's start off with literally the power of small moments. Like how much like little joys that we overlook every day of everyday life that go unnoticed, but when you think about it, like they bring you a lot of happiness. And I don't know, it's just the most simple
it's
things.
so corny when you actually talk about it.
Yeah, like saying it out loud, I was like, oh.
I feel cringeworthy even saying
No,
this,
but it's
I want
very
you
true.
to tap into it too. Just be corny with us because, like, I can think of 2 examples in the past week. I went for a walk on the boardwalk, and I mean, we're really lucky to live by the ocean and stuff, but just like any nature that is around you. I just sat on the bench and I'm just staring at the ocean, and I swear I was mesmerized for like 5 minutes, and I felt so calm. Just the sound of the ocean, the way it looked. It's just so crazy how calming nature can be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, just like how grounded I felt. I just felt like everything melted away. It's so corny, but it's so true. You're just like, oh my gosh, this is so peaceful. But another thing is, yesterday I went for a walk with my nephews, and we went to this like park in Northfield. I'd never been there. There's like trails back there and like a lake and a fountain
Northfield?
and a playground. Yeah, it's like near the Jersey Cow.
I've never been.
I don't know. So it was really nice, and there was like a lot of geese and like stuff and just like seeing like my nephews like laughing and like asking questions about the geese and like calling the geese over, and like the beautiful leaves falling, and like I left my phone in the car and I just didn't feel like I needed it, and I was just like enjoying like all the little things, just like them being little, their little laughs and being so curious and playing, and just like all those little things, like, and my parents were with me. Like, it's just like sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Life changes so fast, and you kind of have to stop and like be in those moments sometimes. Love that. I know. Well, I'm so like morbid when I think about it, because I'm like, this isn't gonna
crying over here.
This isn't gonna last.
I
like
know,
they're gonna be old,
bittersweet.
and my parents are gonna die. You know what I mean?
It's bittersweet when
sometimes
you think about it.
You do have to think about those things, though.
But it is like a whole shift on your perspective. If you're not looking at it with the correct mindset, like, you're going to overlook it. Like, someone will be like, oh, I'm just going on a walk, like, whatever, like another day with my family, whatever, like, this is boring. But you really have to shift your mindset of like, okay, when I go on this walk, like you said, appreciating your nephews and your parents and the time that you have. So if you have an outlook of everyday life of like, I hate this, whatever, like, you're overlooking all the little joys that you can really appreciate. So it has to be like a mindset thing too. You have to want to have a good outlook on life, and to really appreciate
about the fact that like it was really hard. Like, I made the conscious choice to leave my phone in my car, in the car, because I've been really addicted to it. Like, all I want to do is just just escape all of the stress by consuming like TikTok or, and checking notifications and things like that. And at first, like, I was like thinking about it a lot. Like, oh my gosh, I want to just like go check my phone. I wonder if anyone texted me. I wonder if anyone liked my TikTok. I wonder, you know what I mean? And it's just like, so then I had to shift back and be like, what does that actually do for me? Like, you know what I mean? And that's not what's important at all. And it doesn't make me feel good at the end of the day. It just makes me feel more like anxious and more and not fulfilled, because it leaves me wanting more. Like, okay, one person liked it. Now I want to know if another person liked it. You know what I mean? It's just never enough, and there's never going to be, it is a vicious cycle, and it's really not fulfilling. And then once I changed my mindset and just started like enjoying everything, and I left feeling so calm and happy and fulfilled. So that's something like my phone does not give me when I'm just like doom scrolling. So
another thing about TikTok, kind of like to go on the social media wave, like, I also like to make videos of like nursing day in life or like anything. And I think I had like 1 or 2 videos that maybe got like a decent amount of views, but not enough to like stick, like where like people would follow me and continue interacting with my page, which is normal. I feel like that's normal. It takes really hard work and consistency to grow a following, but it's almost like once you get that one video where it gets a lot of attention, you're like, all the other ones are like not fulfilling. Oh, this one only got 500 views. And so you're always constantly like, oh, like all that for nothing, and like all that hard work, and I need to make another one, and why isn't it? Do I need to repost it? And then you're like all in your head, and you're like, is it
you
stupid?
get in your head. Exactly.
But looking back at like my TikToks from like say like a year ago around this time, I guess is when I started like being more consistent with it. And then it's like kind of sweet to like just for yourself and like your family and friends to like look back on your own stuff. It's like we need to, I feel like it could be a positive or a negative social media, but it's like also like a nice like highlight reel where you can go back and like be like, this was actually cute, like, and like things you forgot about that you did, or like this was a cute day, or and like you can see how like happy you were in that time. And
it's inspiring. Like, I'll inspire myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, remember when I was all into...
Exactly.
Like, I was, like, working out every single morning. And
you were
like,
doing 75 hard.
Yeah, like, it does, like, inspire myself.
It
and
does.
even though no one really, like, liked the videos and stuff, I totally feel that, too. Because
it's a good way.
I've been trying to make videos and stuff, too. And it's something I really enjoy, and I know you do, too. And I always fear, like, I even feared this when it was, like, spin. I don't want... trying to monetize that, or like when you make something a job, like instead of taking spin classes, teaching it. Yeah, I was so scared it was going to take the joy out of it, and like I'm just trying to have a perspective of like I get to do this, like and whether or not videos like gain traction or not, I feel like it's still keep trying, like, you know what I mean?
100%.
There's a really slim chance, I feel like, that even if it's the best video, like your videos are so good.
Right. It's just the algorithm, and it's nothing personal, so don't get down on it. And if you feel, I have so many friends that come up to me and they're like, I want to like record TikToks like you do, like you're so like how do you do it? And I'm like, honestly, like,
and you
just
were in
record
your head saying,
video.
like,
I know, no,
oh my
but
God,
like,
it sucked, but
just record. Like, it's so easy. And me and Nick were talking about this. He was like, we went up to New York for the weekend with his friends because his friend ran a marathon. Alfie, go Alfie, 26.2. All of you people who ran the marathon, you are incredible. It was so inspiring.
Oh my gosh,
I was crying the whole time.
I don't know if I'd
Everyone's
be able to.
like, everyone on TikTok is like, I've never ran a marathon, but like watching these videos, I want to. And I feel like it's just so inspiring. But he was like, Nick was recording.
Miles.
He was just like recording like little moments like us like eating or like at the finish line or like throughout the day, and he was like, we need to just like, he was saying like, I need to be better about just recording, not even to post, but just to have like memories of these moments to look back on. And I'm like, that's so true. Like just capturing the moment, even if it's not for TikTok or Instagram, just for you to have in your camera roll for like the future, or like to look back on, or if you needed like a good like memory or laugh. Like, it's so true. Like, we just need to be more like...
There was a while there where I deleted like all social media, and there was ups and downs to it because I felt like really removed from things that were going on. But I also like, I found other things to do with my time, and I was really productive and really like outside more and all those things. And I would find other hobbies, like I would like write in a journal instead, or like draw, like things that like I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like when you have idle hands, you're like, oh my God, I'm just like, gonna bake or draw, or like things you didn't even know you enjoyed. But anyways, I still would use my camera all the time. And it's funny because like I feel like we grew up in a generation where it's like, oh, like if you didn't post a picture, then why even go?
Right.
Or what was the point of that? Or like, what's the point of even taking a picture if it's not going anywhere? But it's so true. Like I have so many moments that I just kind of like kept for me. And like thinking back to like home videos and stuff, like those videos didn't go anywhere. They were just for the pure like joy of the moment. So,
right. And you get to look back on that, and you almost forget about, like, if I didn't have pictures or videos of like stupid little things, like I would almost forget what life was like during that time, because if you're not like actively thinking about that, which you're not, you're just thinking about your current present self and what you have going on for the week and day and ahead. You're not really thinking about, do you get what I'm trying to say? You're not really thinking about the past too much. So when I go back in my camera roll or social media and I see pictures and videos, I'm like, oh my God, like I forgot
it's crazy
how the times were.
It's crazy too. Like I really think about my nephews with this. Like I look at videos of them from just last year. It's really crazy how people change before your eyes.
And you don't realize it.
And you don't see it happening. Like, how does that happen? Like, I feel
so
like I look
weird.
different
Right.
all the time.
Right.
Like, your weight fluctuates, your hair changes,
right.
You know what I mean? And you don't see it
You don't
happening in front
realize
of your very eyes. I'm with my nephews all the time, and I'm like, oh my God, he looked like such a baby last year. Now he's such a big boy. And, like, his voice sounds different. I can't believe he ever sounded like that. Like, it is nice that we have that at our fingertips to record at any time.
Right.
And just remember each and every stage.
Right.
It is crazy. And to be present, like, those things just pass you by. Those moments pass you by. I feel like every season of life comes with something so special, and just, just paying attention. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Like, I think everything is changing before your eyes. Like, you have to stop.
You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's just a balance. So you don't want to be on your phone too much. And then it's like technology and social media, it's all negative, but also these things can be used as a positive. So it's all about your mindset and how you view and look at things, and, limits and balance. And
I will say too, like, when I took a break from social media, I always said the biggest thing that came out of it for me was a healthy relationship with it. Like, when I came back, because I remembered how good it was without it. But then I like making videos, I like posting and stuff, but that all came to an end when TikTok came out. Like, now I don't know how to be healthy anymore, because TikTok wasn't around when I deleted social media.
TikTok is crazy.
Yeah, TikTok completely revamped. Like, I don't check Instagram much. Like, I used to be highly addicted to Instagram before I deleted social media. Then when I came back, I hardly do Snapchat anymore or Instagram. Those are ones that I was, like, addicted to. I'm never on Facebook. I feel like maybe I should take a break from TikTok, but I don't.
It's so hard.
First of all, I don't want to lose my drafts either.
I know. It's hard. It's like,
I'm like, I'll delete it, but all my drafts, what am I going to do? I know, it's so silly. I'm also trying to, like, it can be a business, too. If you really work at it.
I've made $5, so.
I actually
keep up.
4 people bought my worksheet.
Yeah, you have to be smart about it too. Come on now.
I know, but I mean, the chances, I'm realistic in knowing that, like, I'm probably not going to be a
you never know
major influencer, but also like micro teacher influencers are making
it's real. Yeah.
are making so much
and it's fun.
money, and it's fun. Yeah, so like I don't know. TikTok ruined that for me, but if you're feeling like you have an unhealthy relationship, taking a break from it, like, I think I started it was like for Lent, and then I ended up extending it. Just take like a month off and see what happens, and then when you come back to it, you'll most likely have a better relationship with whatever app. But I haven't taken that leap to delete TikTok.
I know. I don't think I ever will. But you never know.
And it's, oh my gosh, it's so bad. I just scroll on there for so long.
I can't even expose myself. I'm going to expose myself. I had a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks off for vacation time, and I didn't go anywhere.
What was your screen time?
No.
Oh.
How did you know?
Girl.
I had a week off, and I wasn't really doing anything. Can you guess my screen time? I know.
I'll go.
For the whole week.
Oh, for the whole week?
Yes.
Or daily?
The whole week, sorry.
So, like, how many days?
7 days. Like, I think it was Monday to Sunday.
Like, I'm going to go, like, 60 hours? Like,
how many?
For the week?
60?
Yeah.
60?
Wait, I'm going to say, like, average, like, 8 hours a day.
I can't remember what the breakdown of it was, but I'm pretty sure it was for the week, and it was literally 24 hours.
Okay. I went 60.
Wait, okay, that makes me feel better because I felt crazy. I spent a consistent day and night.
Well, what does that come out to for 7 days?
Yeah, what is that?
It's like
What's
3
the
hours
math?
a day.
Is it? Okay. Well, it made me feel really bad, and everyone was like, what? You're great. I'm like,
girl,
I go
I've
on
had
it
worse.
every morning.
There's been like times where like my screen time is like 6 hours a day. But also, I'm like listening to Spotify.
It's not really super accurate.
It's really hard because I'll be like, some of that is a phone call with my mom, like a FaceTime my mom.
You can't go off of that.
Or Spotify I'm listening to while I walk or work out or something. But I try to keep my limit to TikTok an hour a day. And then the thing always pops up, and then you have to type in 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's so easy to make it go away. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, keep watching. You know what I mean?
I should probably do that.
My friend Lauren had this thing where she set a password that only her husband knew. And, you know, he like
That's
refused.
smart.
She said, do not
Don't
give
do
it
that
to
for
me.
Mario. He will not
He will
give it in.
never give it up. I would never
No.
do that. There's no way. There's no way. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. There is, I don't know what it is, the serotonin boost when I'm like in bed and it's time to watch TikTok.
I think that's everybody. Like, it's
Maybe
just
I
my
should
wind down
savor it
routine.
for that time.
Yeah,
Like maybe
it
there
is.
should be, like I used to do that when I was really into a show. I think it was like Riverdale or something at the time. I would save it just for the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I can't watch Riverdale unless I'm like hopping on the treadmill.
That's a good reward system.
So maybe if I save TikTok just for bedtime or something.
Yep.
I don't know. Anyways,
let's talk about, we kind of already did, but like things that we overlook every day, like simple little things. So you had mentioned your morning walks, the ocean, your coffee. For me, just for work, this is obvious, and I feel like I say this a lot, but just like health, like seeing patients and hearing stories and things like.
And sometimes you hear the most horrific stories of like people who are so healthy. Like there is so much that's out of our control.
It's scary. And working in the healthcare field, you will see people like at their most vulnerable moments, so sick. It's especially being in the emergency room. But we just take for granted the simplest things, like being able to walk, being able to breathe on our own, being able to move and work out, and, you know, having that ability to just be independent with our bodies is like so incredibly powerful. And I feel like that's the number one thing everyone takes for granted.
Yes.
It's
truly.
true. Waking
just,
up,
like breathing easy. Yeah. Breathing easily. And I think about like being pain free. Like people are in chronic pain.
Oh,
people have
pain
trouble
management.
breathing.
Yeah.
People can't walk more than a few steps.
It's
people can't walk
terrible.
at all.
It's just terrible. I don't know. I don't know if it's like America. I don't know what it is. If it's our country that like there are so many chronically sick and ill and unhealthy people. Like, I don't know. We could go down a whole rabbit hole about whether it's food or big pharma or, you know, there's so many conspiracies. But anyways, just there's like.
I think unfortunately too, like, because I'm such a crazy person about health and stuff and like try to research it all. But like, I think unfortunately some of it is just genetic.
Yeah, and that too.
And just like.
It is.
Sometimes it's just somebody's fate. And that is.
I know. It's crazy.
Like just like whatever, you know, gene pool you have and whatnot. It's so sad, and you never know what's
gonna happen. Yep.
Yeah.
It's out of your control, unfortunately. So if you have the ability to be listening to this podcast right now, if you have hearing, if you have sight, if you're watching us, like if you're home or if you're driving, if like, yeah,
fill
like
up those lungs,
really take a deep
lungs.
breath and just be thankful right now in this moment that we're here. We're all listening to each other. We're all talking.
That's another thing social media has clouded us with, is like to focus on things that are so silly. Like, I don't know, I always use Alex Earl as an example because she's like everybody's it girl. But like, oh my God, she has the cute little like pink Bronco and she has perfect hair and she has a perfect body and she has yada yada. Like, I get so like wrapped up in my body image and like, but you know, like, oh, I hate my arms or I hate my legs. Like, okay, the purpose of my arms aren't to look skinny. Like the purpose of them is to like hug. Like I can hug and hold my nephews. I can, you know, that is what my arms are for. Or like, oh my God, my legs look so ugly in these. No, that's not the purpose of them. They walk me all around town and like get me to my job and I can run with them. And you know what I mean? Like, you get the gist. But like, the purpose of our bodies isn't just to look aesthetic. They help us. They're like a vessel for us to like live our best life. So if you have the ability, if they're working, then they're perfect. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we get social media does not help me with that kind of stuff. I mean, and it's real and it's valid if you're sad about your like body image and stuff. But that's like a kind of good mindset. Like I remind myself when I'm feeling sad about that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Totally. So
yeah, they like our whole body like helps us access life and experience life. Like,
yep. It's just really just, I encourage you to just, when you wake up every morning, I can move, I can breathe, I have the ability to do all these things, even if I may not feel like doing it. Somebody is wishing that they could be you in that moment and be doing all the things that you were doing, even if it's something as simple as waking up, walking outside, driving, like, you know.
Or just like, I don't know. Like, I think about all those people that you must see, like, you said they get their most vulnerable moments and like what they must be thinking of like, okay, at this point, like maybe they just got a crazy diagnosis or maybe they don't have much longer to go. I'm sure their whole life comes flooding back to them. Yeah. And I wonder what they're seeing and what they're thinking about.
Oh, 100%. They'll see, a lot of the people I work with are
Did they share?
Younger. And they'll share stories all the time. They'll be like, don't get old. Like, I remember when I was your age. I just had this like elderly couple the other day, and like the older man was just giving me like, telling me about his family and his grandchildren, how he's so proud of them. And like, he was like, it was the sweetest thing. And he was just like, I wheeled him outside because he was being discharged, and he was just talking to me the whole time, like, you know, stay humble, like telling me his whole life story of how he had a, like, you know, a business and all this stuff. And like, he's just giving me like life, like, it's just sweet. Like, if you really just sit and listen to people, even this is what he was saying, is like, just like being humble, like knowing like that you are powerful, but being humble like goes a long way, like, you know, and listening to what others have to say, and
learning, always
like
something
learning,
to learn.
You know, just like being like mindful.
That's
but he was just very like huge emphasis on like being humble, and you know, it was just sweet, like just like, I don't know, like,
yeah, like I feel like
it's crazy
right now. If I were given some crazy diagnosis, I feel like my regrets would be spending too much time like on my phone, spending too much time worrying about my body, spending too much time worrying about what other people thought of me. And like, it's so easy to say now, because I know as soon as we turn this podcast off, I'm probably going to worry about all those things again. And it's like normal. But I think just reminding yourself that one day when you're reflecting back, you're going to wish you just like were more present in the moment, spending more time with people. And you never know what could happen. I mean, you could lose something or someone at any time, at any given time. So just like being able to, like, I luckily have the ability to like call my mom. Like, I could call my mom right now. Like, she's still alive. She's still here. You know, like some people don't have that. And, you know, just call people you love and embrace everyone and everything that you have right now, I think.
Absolutely.
That's so sweet, though.
Yeah.
The little old man.
I know. They're so cute.
And like older people have gone through so much.
They're
and they're
very
still
wise.
Still standing. Like, I don't know. Like, so not just old people, but so many people endure so much loss and so much hardship and still keep going. It's so inspiring.
Yeah, it is very inspiring.
And they still find, I think that perspective helps a lot of people. Like, okay, I may have lost this, but this is what I have going for me. And this is what keeps me going and getting out of bed every morning. And you know what I mean?
They have to have that outlook too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's definitely a hard, spot, I'm sure, to like be older and like, you know, things are totally different. But I think it's a lot of like the support system you have around you and like, you know, grandkids and whatever, you know, like things like that keep people going. It's the little joys, right? So
it is the little joys.
It is. It really is.
I know. And just like we always say this about like romanticizing everything, like just being excited, like irrationally excited about everything, about nothing, about all of it. Like, I don't know. I feel like for me too, something that really makes me feel good is I was walking around and I was just listening to this song that I'm like obsessed with right now, just blasting it. Like, there's nothing like music or like being in the car blasting music. I did not feel like going for a walk at all. I was sitting here on my phone for like the majority of the morning yesterday, and then I just made myself, and like I was 100 times happier when I was listening to music, just walking around. So that's another thing. Music is another one. Just start playing a song.
Yep.
And walk around or dance around or sing or whatever. That is like one of the best littlest joys ever.
Yes. I thrive on like connections. Like I love just like
that's sweet.
Being out and about or like at work and like I don't know, I feel like you need to.
That's like research. That's like I can't even think right now. That's like evidence-based,
like proven.
Like, yeah.
To
I
like
can't even
increase
think to increase happiness is like getting out and socializing with people, connecting with people, hugging people.
Even if it's something like super baseline, surface level, like hi, like holding the door, how are you today?
Complimenting someone, smiling.
Yeah.
Like it actually is proven that it makes us happier.
So you're not only going to make someone else's day, but it's also going to like make you happier, even if you don't think so. Like I think just like little acts of kindness go like a long, long way. So that's something also that we overlook.
Yeah,
it's just hi, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a good day.
I am definitely the type to isolate myself too when I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like if I have a lot of stress going on in my life, like I will just want to like shut down, be on my phone, stay home.
Right.
But I always feel better. I've been really trying to be better about like getting myself out of the house and going out, making plans with friends, seeing everybody, because you just feel a lot better. It's like really good for the soul.
Yes.
I think like that's something, especially as girls, like girls need other girls. Like those girl friendships are so important. I feel like just friendships in general, like is something you need to nurture.
100%.
And it's gets so lost in the like stress of adulthood, but it's definitely something that you need to like hold on to. Cause like there's literally nothing like just chatting with a girl. You know what I mean? Like a gal's night.
That's what we're saying.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. So yeah, we encourage you to just stop and appreciate something right now. Maybe it's something comfort-wise, your favorite blanket. Maybe you're on your couch, maybe you're in your bed, maybe you're in your car. Just stop, look around and be like, wow, this sounds super cheesy, but it's true. So how can we practice, this gratitude, right? We talked about the 5-minute journal and like that's a great place to start.
Great place to start. They also, this is like $20, which is kind of pricey for a journal. So they also have, my brain does not work right now, like dupes kind of on Amazon. I just like this one because I like literally, to me, little joys are like the font is cute, the colors are cute. Like snuggling up with this is just so
it's
cute.
Almost
but
encouraging.
If you want one that's like $5, you can go to Five Below. You can go to Amazon. Same thing.
You could even just write down in your notes 3 things I'm grateful for
I've
today.
done that too.
If it's as simple as that, if writing it down is going to help you be more mindful about it, then do it every morning or say it out loud. I'm grateful for A, B, and C. And that's just going to help you be more mindful about it.
Reflection part. Sorry, I'm eating my coffee right now. I think that reflection part is equally as important because you're like collecting data on your own happiness, and it's so cool to see because so many of the things that were my favorite parts of my day, I overlook all the time, actively. Even when I'm just writing it down in the midst of doing this every day, I still wouldn't feel like going to do my workout. I still wouldn't feel like going out with my friends. I still wouldn't feel like going for a walk with my parents. And they're always my favorite thing at the end of the day. So like reminding yourself of that, like when I look back and say, okay, my workout, seeing my parents, spending time with my husband, like those were all things that were my favorite parts of the day. So just like get yourself to do it. I don't know
100%.
what it is about our brains that like stop us from wanting to do the things that are good for us, or like I don't know, I don't know what it is. I just never feel like it. I guess just being stressed and tired and all that, but just like the little push, it pushes me and it makes me feel better. And this is so easy to keep up with, so I think that's a great place to start.
I think the easiest place to start in your routine would probably be your morning, whether it's your commute to work, waking up if you have enough time.
Yeah, it can just be in places.
Yeah.
The shower.
Yeah.
The car.
Right. So do whatever time of day works best for you. If it's at night, a reflection, even if it's just a reflection on your day to help you be more mindful for the next day, that works too. I know we all have time when we lay in bed to just close our eyes for maybe 2 minutes and just think of something and reflect. So it's just all about your mindset. If you want to be open to, appreciating the little joys, then you will. But if you are kind of closed-minded about it and every day is the same and you're just kind of looking ahead, what do I have to do tomorrow? I have to do this or that. But I think that's just a mindset thing that's going to help you get through the day and help you be a little bit happier.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think too, you can just start choosing specific times of the day where you're going to unplug and practice being mindful. Like for me, my morning coffee is like one time where I try not to be on my phone. Like I'll just like be with my coffee, like tasting it fully, writing in my journal, just like being in the moment, like really like I love it. It's like a sacred time for me because I'm like have my hot cup of coffee. It tastes so good. Like every morning, like one of the major things I always write about is my coffee. Like, I don't know, just like something that is so simple. Everybody has access to it. Yet sometimes you're just pouring it as you go out the door. Like I don't know, whatever it is for you. Like for me, it's coffee, it's journaling, it's sitting here with my blanket. It's like those little comforts that we overlook all the time, but make a sacred time for yourself. I don't know, maybe it's your shower. Maybe it's there's like places where you can practice mindfulness every day instead of like hopping in the shower, thinking about what you have to do today. You know what I mean? Like stop and just breathe and like feel the warmth of the shower, feel your feet on the ground or your feet on the bathtub, smell the soap in your hair. You know what I mean? Like it's only a few minutes and it really just stops you and grounds you and helps like set you up for the day instead of like starting in that like stressed out state of mind. What's going to be your sacred time? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think everyone needs one. Mm-hmm. Or like bedtime. That's a really good place to start too if you want to like meditate. I don't know. Everybody needs like a little like sacred few minutes of their day where they're just still and mindful and enjoying the moment, like whatever it is.
Yep.
5-minute journal and a few minutes of sacred stillness.
Yes.
Are my recommendations.
So we challenge you to each day, even just starting off with one thing that you're grateful for and you appreciate it, you acknowledge it, and you think about it throughout your day. Just start with that. Start with one thing. And then you can build off of that, whether you get a journal or you incorporate something into your daily routine. Maybe you don't take anything away from this episode, and that's okay too. How about just right now in this moment, being grateful, being present, being thankful. I know I'm grateful to be here with Maggie and you guys. Thank you for listening. I mean, it's just, the little things, right? To think that like I would have a podcast one day, like I always talked about it, but even if it's not the biggest and best podcast out there, the most popular, like it still means something.
I'm so grateful that we get to do this. Yeah.
So, whatever it may be, I
am
thank
actually
you.
grateful that for you, Jul, because I feel like we have like similar, like who else would do this with me?
Right,
you know what I mean? Like I just think too, I'm grateful that we have that kind of mindset and that I'm surrounded by someone like that because like a lot of people would just be like too embarrassed or too and sometimes I think that it gets so lost, like, you know what I mean? Like I made like a whole like TikTok teacher account and I know so many people are probably like ew, but I'm like okay, well
I think it's more normalized than we think,
like, it's so lost on you though. You know what I mean? You're gonna miss out on so many things if you have that judgmental mindset. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm grateful for our friendship and our mindset.
I like that. Me too.
Yeah.
Yep. So
yeah. And you could also just make a list too. Like I'm inspired right now of making a list of like all the things that, like I'm always thinking about the things that I want and the things that I don't have. But a good place to start is like writing down a list of all the things that you do have and make it as simple as like a bed, Make it as simple as like fresh sheets. Make it as simple as clean clothes, an able body. And then you can always come back to that list to remind yourself.
I like it. Well,
all right. That concludes our Grateful Gals episode.
Yeah.
Tune in next time, and maybe we'll start talking about some holiday stuff.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you soon.
All right. Later, home gals.